talk to Captain Gallo if you're looking to book passage.
You'll have to... Hey, did you say something?
Good. The dragon's soul should be making you stronger. Come back another time. We'll track down enough.
I knew it! Oh! No! Do your work. That's nothing. That's your best? Oh! Filthy Spectre! No! Lucky! Hide from me. Time to die, Outlander. Ugh!
Why you're leading Cretius on, I'll never understand.
You lost? You're back. Please, tell me what you found. Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rockfall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone. Thank you. Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best an old retired miner can do. Our home has stood in Raven Rock since the colony was founded. Grayson helped build it with his own 2 hands. After Grayson died, he left behind a wife and a son. My grandfather, Relicus. Relicus lived there for quite a long time, working in the other sections of the mine until he was slain by reavers. I never knew my father. My mother and I always lived alone. I asked her about him many times, but she seemed angry and refused to speak about him. So eventually, I let it go. When I was old enough, I began working in the mine, hoping to make my fortune and eventually move to the Imperial City. Unfortunately, yes. I only had enough coin saved to send one of us back to the Imperial City, so I sent my mother alone. I wanted her to see her homeland before she died. Until I met my darling Aphia, yes. I suppose you could have called me a bitter old hermit. Now I'm just old. Those cowards left decades ago. Every single damned one of them. The moment the ebony mine dried up, they pulled up stakes. Ridiculous. Solstheim is still rich in ebony ore. I know there's more down there. I can smell it. I come from 3 generations of miners, and I'm telling you that the East Empire Company was wrong. They just didn't want to spend the coin trying to find it. Mark my words, Raven Rock isn't finished yet.
Jur? Zafu! Jur? Zafu! Allow me to apologize for Crucius's behavior. He hasn't been himself
Your actions
lately.
here have been a blessing to us all, Sergio. If you've got something to sell, I'm willing to... Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
At some point, you're going to have to choose. No matter the...
Victory or death!
Like blood of Boethia.
Jur? Zafu! Jur?
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken. Sure, got nothing better to do.
Miserable. Just... At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate
May
it.
The security of both Raven Rock and Councillor Morvain is my primary
hello.
concern.
Dangerous place.
Well,
Be careful.
tell Geldis
This
that
General
Miri says
Curious
she
sounds
really
out of his
appreciates
mind.
it.
Allow me to apologize.
Glover Mallory's the name. Take a look.
He hasn't been himself lately.
Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
My apologies for doubting you, Sergio. I appreciate the help you've been giving us.
Can I help you?
Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating for my husband. I haven't seen him this pleased in many years. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means
Your
to
contributions
reward
have
you
earned you
if find my
citizenship
folio.
here, friend. I'll always consider you one of us. With the mines open, Raven Rock has become a significant colony of the Dunmer people again. I've been able to convince my superiors at House Redoran to send me the resources that they've been denying, now that we're deemed more important. Soon, we'll have a steady supply of workers and materials to keep things going for years to come. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters.
Last time I rode Jarl's ship, I was even me guts for a week. Done what I weren't meant to while on water.
I can't believe you found a way to reopen the mines. I don't know how to thank you. I've been made the foreman of the mine, thanks to everything you did down there. It's good to get the old nose working again. I missed sniffing out the ebony deposits and getting my hands dirty. Best of all, Aphia isn't so cross when I go down there anymore.
Is it because of your father? Or is it me?
Of course. In fact, Councillor Morvain has given you the full run of the place. Help yourself. We're all in agreement that you're entitled to as much as you can carry. Thank you, stranger. Thanks for everything.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. I've always had a steady stream of work thanks to the Redoran Guard, so it hasn't affected me much. However, I've seen the smile on people's faces, and there's hope around here once again. Something we've been lacking for a long time. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
I don't know what you did in those mines, but it put a smile on Crucius's face. Never seen him so happy.
That's it. I don't know what you're playing at, Glover, but something about you just doesn't add up.
Understandable, considering the differences between us.
I'm not talking about that. I have a knack for smelling trouble.
So much hope
Some reason you
live forever in your debt.
I don't know who sent you here, but you've given us something to build on here. I hope someday we can repay you for your kindness.
I can't thank you enough.
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all.
The mines are open and the shop is busy.
Next time
again.
you're hungry,
It's
stop
busier
by.
now that things are starting to look
Keep
up.
yourself safe.
I guess I might stay a bit
Solstice's
longer
still a
after all.
dangerous place.
Things are picking up for now. All I'm wondering is how long it'll take for House Redoran to begin ignoring us again if the mine runs out of ore for a second time.
Just what you see here.
The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone.
I work for Mo.
I'll give you this warning
Got a
only
problem.
once.
You
Stay
talk
out
to
of my
him
way,
before the
and we'll
storm.
do just fine.
Serve House Redoran?
The mine's open, people are buying drinks, and I'm making money again. Just perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. How do you think? It's a blessing. I've got regular paying customers again. Thirsty workers at the end of the day, and more coin than I can count. Come back if you're thirsty. Welcome to the wretched. The ash spawn attacks on the bulwark are getting worse. Captain Veleth is trying his best, but I think the Redoran Guard are overwhelmed. If you've got gold on your hands, you might talk to Rallis up at Colbjorn Barrow. I've heard he wants to excavate the place. The Redoran Guard have spotted a pack of werewolves in the mountains. The hunters up on Frostmoon Crag might know more. Haven't heard anything lately. But check back with me. You never know. back if you're feeling better.
Misery? I'll give you misery. Try getting assigned to scrape net scarf. Excuse me, but the Elder Arthroloth is grooming me to be his eventual replacement. If they desire, Sirrah, you honor the reclamations with your act. The reclamations herald the dawn of a new age and the downfall of the false tribute. Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings.
Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
May Azura, Mafala, and Boethia guide you. Huh?
Do not disturb us, I beg you.
I cannot
We must
maintain
focus on
the
Storm's
barrier
magic.
If anyone
for
can help
much
us now,
longer.
it is you.
And when the world shall
And when the world shall see.
And when the world remembers,
That will cease to be.
It's a shame it was necessary.
The whole village is here. What sorcery is this? Allmaker bless you. You have saved us.
what happened? Why was I building a temple?
The whole village is here. What sorcery is this?
This is both fascinating and terrifying.
I don't know what spell you freed us
Thank
from
you, my
outside,
friend.
but I
Set
thank
us
you.
free. I can't speak now, friend. Must return home.
I welcome you, friend of the... The dragons of old have returned. By the Allmaker, I hope they will leave our village alone.
If anyone can help us now, it is you.
The air is different. We are safe, which means you have succeeded. You are an outsider, and I don't know if I can make you understand. I will try. The All-Maker is the maker of all things, and it is from the All-Maker that life flows like a great river. As all rivers must return to the sea, so all life returns in time to the All-Maker. I know our ways must seem strange to you, but the 9 gods of the Empire are equally strange to us. As shaman of Skull Village, I serve as both a guide and a healer, as well as a keeper of traditions. I also remind the Skull to live as one with nature, and to honor the will of the All-Maker, so that we will be worthy to join him in death. So it is. You have proven yourself an ally to the Skull, and so the Skull shall be allies to you. If you have released the Windstone and broken the hold on my people, perhaps you can do the same for the rest of Solstheim. I doubt it will fully stop whatever Miraak is doing, but it may slow his progress. I cannot help with that. None here can. You will need the knowledge Miraak himself learned. You will need to learn more about this Black Book. Miraak had this? This does not look like something of the dragon cult. It is a dark thing, unnatural. I would have nothing to do with it. But the dark elf wizard, Neloth, he came to us some time ago, asking about black books. I believe he knows a great deal about them. Perhaps too much. Seek him out to the south. Be cautious, Dragonborn. There is something else at work here. The power of the stone had been corrupted. It was the source of the influence that had taken control of the Skull. Your shout broke whatever evil will controlled the stone, and restored its true nature as a conduit of the All-Maker's gifts. Freeing the other stones will diminish whatever dark influence is spreading across Solstheim. Yes, there are 6 sacred stones. Wind, water, earth, beast, sun, and tree. Through them, the oneness of the land is maintained. Freya saw that the tree stone now stands imprisoned in Miraak's new temple. I doubt that you can free it until his power is broken. But you may be able to cleanse the other stones. Even if this does not stop Miraak, it surely will delay his return. Our traditions do not speak of them, but they and Miraak are connected. You read a black book and saw him. And the book's power comes from the same dark source as that which corrupted the Windstone. But beware. You are now walking the same road as Miraak. He also is searching for them. In fact, he has already found one. He showed it to me when he came here. It was very like the one you found in Miraak's temple. A thing of dark magic, not of the All-Maker. All-Maker, shelter you.
For many years now, I have attended to Storn, learning his ways. Allmaker guide you. It's good that our people are now free. We can attempt to restore balance to our home. Fenari shows what it means to be a leader to the Skal. In time, perhaps I could lead as well. Join you? You mean leave the village to journey with you and fight at your side? Well, I'm flattered, but the village is my home. It's very rare for one of the Skal to leave, and I have responsibilities here. You're right. I suppose the others can get by without me for a while. Very well. If you need my help, seek me out here in the village. I will follow you, Skal friend, but I must return to the village afterward. I have much to learn yet from Storn, if I am to one day become the shaman. Very well. Even now. Very well.
I'm the leader of the Skal, but it's the Allmaker who truly protects and provides. We are Nords, much like those you'll find in Skyrim. Long ago, our path diverged from that of our cousins on the mainland. We live as one with the land, for the land provides all that we need. Also, like the Nords of old, we embrace the Allmaker. We do not worship the 9 gods of the Empire. I was chosen by the people of the village when our last leader, Scoff the Giant, departed the cold world to join the Allmaker. I suppose I've always spoken my mind and tried to do what's best for the Skal. That's why the others call me Fenari Strongvoice. Bandits sometimes come at night to steal our food. They think that stealing from us is easier than hunting for themselves. It will be dangerous, but if you'll deal with these thieves, we would be most grateful. Then may the Allmaker give you the strength of a great bear and make your will as firm as stone. Until our next meeting, outsider.
I came here to study the history of Solstheim, but it's the Skal who intrigue me the most. I do enjoy sharing stories of my travels in Tamriel with young Nicholas. I've tried to interest the villagers in reading and history, but I haven't had much luck. Oh, no, most certainly not. I'm a historian. I'm here to learn about the history of Solstheim. Solstheim is a fascinating place, but we know so little about its past. There are many mysteries that remain unsolved. Yes, that was a most disturbing experience, but to answer your question, the architecture was strange, almost otherworldly. Given that, and the considerable power it must have taken to affect our minds so completely, it would suggest the work of a powerful mage. Either that, or perhaps a Daedra. If so, then may the 9 protect us. Powerful and malevolent entities who make their home on the plane of oblivion. Some of the more powerful among them can exert their influence within our world. And when they do, men inevitably suffer. Well, let me think. I suppose it's been nearly a year now. My goodness, how the time has flown. Well, not so far. They think I'm a bit strange, but they seem to tolerate me. In fact, they've been very accommodating, hospitable even. They seem happy to talk about their traditions and history. Take care now.
As leader of the Skal, I name you friend to our people. You are welcome here.
Need something?
It's been many winters since my husband returned to the Army. But my heart still aches from... I have goods to offer if you have need. Many hunters pass through our village, and sometimes the Dark Elves of Raven Rock visit us. They bring us things from their homeland that we can't find on the island, such as spices, fine cloth, and ores that we cannot mine here. It's true we Skull prefer a simpler life than some, but we do still enjoy a luxury from time to time. I gathered some plants that are useful for making potions, but I have other goods as well. Be always warm, Skull friend.
I welcome you, friend of the Skull.
The ash from the Red Mountain has made the land sick. It is the will of the All-Maker that we cut firewood only...
The elders talk of great cities much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need some...
As the beasts of the forest provide food and furs, so the trees of the forest provide fire. All that the Skull need can be found in the land and the water. Need something?
The dragons of old have turned. By the All-Maker, I hope they will leave our village alone.
I am called Wolf Wildblood. I am first hunter of the Skull. When we stalk large game, I lead our hunters in tracking the beast. It is also a way of saying that I am the most skilled hunter in the village. I doubt that an outsider could truly understand, but I hope my words have helped to answer your question. Deer, bear, and horker provide most of what we need for skins and meat. Sometimes, when the wolves grow too bold and threaten the village, we must hunt them to cull their numbers. In days past, my brother Torkild and I would share the hunt, but that was long ago. I wish I could tell you. He had a wild gleam in his eye, more so than most. In my darkest times, I fear he fell in among the werebears of the glacier. Twisted beasts, a curse of here seen. True bears are noble and great creatures of the wild, but the Daedra have no skill for creation, so they defile the All-Maker's workings. I've heard tell of men who, by curse or by heart's desire, become transformed into one of those vile things. It is a pitiable fate, and one that I fear has fallen to my brother. He set off from here so long ago, it's hard to say. Could be in Hammerfell for all I know. If you happen to cross his path, be wary. He was a fierce warrior as a man. If he fell prey to his more bestial side, he could be deadly. The first piece of wisdom I teach to any hunter of the Skull is to ask the simple question: should I truly kill this beast? We take only what we need, and so we preserve the oneness with the land. The Skull hunt not for sport, but to survive. We believe that all creatures have a right to live as they will, and when we take what we need from them, we thank the beast for its gifts. The less we disturb the land and the beasts within it, the more we respect the wishes of the All-Maker. He never felt the call of the All-Maker as I do, as we all should. We seek to live in peace with the land, but he had an eye for dominance and strength. For unnatural strength, you'd need look no further than the beasts of this island, mangled by the Daedra. It's not a fate I would wish on anyone, and not what I wanted for my brother. May your hunts always bring you game.
The ash from the Red Mountain has made the land sick.
May the Allmaker protect us from whatever dark power took control of the Skull. You freed us from the Dark Queen, and for that, the Skull are grateful. I've told young Nicholas that the world beyond our lands is no place for the Skull. He won't listen. Good morning. Farewell. Need something? Well, the dragons are a constant danger, but so far they have taken little interest in our village. Thank the Allmaker for that. But have they forced us to change the way we live our lives? No, not at all. They are but one more hardship, added to the many we already endure. Farewell. What do you need? Well, my mother used to say that I was born an angry child. It's true that my heart has always been restless, and fighting was the only way I could find peace. I was a soldier for a time, and then a mercenary, but I was never truly happy until I came here. All right, then.
There have been many strangers in our lands these past few moons. Take a look.
All right, then.
That we might remember. Night we reclaim.
Time to die!
No.
Time to die!
someone there. And so it ends. I will strike like a hawk. And so it ends.
Now through them.
And when the world shall listen, and when the world shall see.
And when the world remembers.
That world will cease to be.
Go!
That's the last of them.
Last of them. It's a long way back to Windhelm.
We're already
from
late.
here.
Not sure why we decided to take such...
What happened?
Someone do something!
Don't hurt me!
Where did you come from?
Fight!
By the Maker! And so it ends. It is good to see more of the world, for wisdom is the child of wisdom. Very well.
Hope our shipments are still good. How long is it?
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it.
4 years.
I never would have believed it if I hadn't
You
seen
took
it.
very
My own
sword.
eyes.
Here in his shrine.
That they have forgotten.
Here do we toil, that we might remember. By night we recline.
Sure?
My day was stolen. Far from ourselves.
I'm asking myself why Mirek is making shrines. Come on!
Never should have come. Stand aside, Outlander.
I'm asking myself why
I
Mirek
feel
is making
different
us
somehow.
build these shrines. And I'm
Not much
afraid
contact
the
with
answer
others
is
around
far
here.
worse
Like the
than
skull.
imagine.
This may be the frontier. We've still got
I lost my house,
Break.
my family, my life,
wound up in the prison.
and then I
I'm
lost my
asking
mind.
myself why Mirek
How could it have gotten any
built
worse?
these shrines. And I'm afraid the answer
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. Don't let it go to waste. Get him! Kill him!
They're down.
Good and...
Last time I rode Gjarn's ship, I was even me guts for a week. Don't know what meant.
Glover Mallory. Either you're here to get showered in sparks, or you're... Blade. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.